Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on Jared Goff and the Los Angeles Rams.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. On the return is Henderson. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Rams take over first and
The Rams ready to take over on offense, and they will do so behind the first overall pick in the 2016 draft. Now he's in season number 5 out of Cal. It's Jared Goff.
Well, it's not unusual for a team to have a little bit of a letdown after appearing in the Super Bowl. And the Rams had that Super Bowl letdown after their loss in Super Bowl 53 to New England. But it might surprise people that quarterback Jared Goff still finished 3rd in the NFL in passing yards at better than 4,600. They just want to see him cut down on the number of interceptions he threw last year, and they think the Rams can elevate their offense yet again.
They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
It's a gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 29, Goff. A quick pass to Kupp. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Rams.
Goff fakes the give to Brown. He'll throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Van Jefferson, the rookie wideout, the intended target. And it's second down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On second down, it's Brown. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
And it's 3rd down.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep, Jadon Mickens.
The Bucs take over.
Always fun to get a peek at Tom Brady as he gets in place to command this offense for Tampa Bay.
I'm sure a lot of past teammates for Tom Brady in New England get tired of hearing the phrase, what would Tom Brady do if he's surrounded by weapons? But that's exactly what he's got in Tampa Bay. He's got big-time receivers on the perimeter. You add in Rob Gronkowski at tight end. This may be the best-looking offense that he's ever played with. And now the question is, how quickly will he mesh with those new teammates and take command of his new offense?
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Shotgun now for Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And 13.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by John Johnson, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
1st and 10.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
After the interception, here's Goff. They'll find Everett there, complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
To Gerald Everett.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Goff. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st down, Rams.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the toss, this is Jim Brown. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
34, Malcolm Brown, the ball carrier.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
On 2nd and 9, Goff throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Los Angeles.
On 1st down, Brown. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block, it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Now Goff. Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
A 10-yard pickup brings up second down at the Buccaneers' 18-yard line.
Now a second down and 6. Now a carry for Brown. Refusing to go down. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 7 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the gun, Goff. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Goff. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. That's complete, right around the 8. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Forbath will put this one through. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0.
Buccaneers, nothing.
So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal. So
maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you can get to the red zone, and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And now the third-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Brady. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35, and he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. A rare pick six thrown by Tom Brady. He'd thrown only 14 regular season pick sixes in his career coming into this season. A couple others in the playoffs, the one to Robert Alford in Super Bowl 51. And you might remember the Titans' Logan Ryan doing it late in the wild card round loss a season ago. Kai Forbath on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return. The Bucs take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Brady and the Buccaneers here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the gun, Brady quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. The Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Malcolm Brown and the Rams offense about set to begin their next drive. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He's got the rookie from Florida. That's Van Jefferson with it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll run. This is Brown. And some room to maneuver. And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. 18 more yards there and another 1st down.
Rams.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Goff's throw here finds Woods. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Woods. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 27-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Goff. Out of the backfield, he's got Malcolm Brown. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this 1st half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And his kick is good. Not by much. It was leaking oil in the end, but he tucks it in the bottom right corner. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So not the strongest of kicks we've seen him make, but he gets a favorable bounce, and it's 3 points all the same.
Yeah, that was one of those where he needed the 6-iron, but he pulled out the 9-iron. That one was run out of gas quickly, but he does manage to pop it over the bar.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this 1st half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the 2nd quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it to his own receivers and find the end zone.
Yeah, you mentioned those 2 picks. No touchdown passes yet either.
Wait 20. Stop your whining. Right here, guys. Fight 51. Mike.
On first down, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing on first down is Brady. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A good pickup there at 22.
First and 10.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McCoy. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up
looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And this carries into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. It was a strong first half from the former #1 overall pick, Jared Goff. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So this a two-possession ball game as we get back underway, set for the third quarter. Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start the third quarter. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Brady, he gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
The 38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun. Brady firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Brady's pass.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Brady. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Brady, he's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. On the counter, here's Jones. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Ball carrier. Leonard Floyd brought him down. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Rams' 22-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw is Brady. To Evans on the slant. And they'll get this down to the 10. Brady to Evans that time. First down, Tampa. That time a slant. Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. On first and 10, here's Brady. And this is going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
Second and goal.
The second and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa. Throwing again. Brady. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
And now third and goal following incompletions on first and second down. Again, it's Brady. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. And they'll run it with McCoy. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. LaShawn McCoy taking it in. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
And of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
And he puts it through. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a LaShawn McCoy touchdown run. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. On the return is Henderson. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And he'll drop here to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Brown on the carry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Ndamukong Suh, recently a member of these Rams, with the tackle.
At the 41-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Goff. That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
The Rams first down. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. Get change, name, how about your respect? Give it more than when I get expected, step the back. In fact, I know I sat down with my accountant and said I got good news and I got bad news.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
First down, Rams.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Goff now looks to throw. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Rams.
This is Brown on the draw play. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Brown, the ball carrier.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 13-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Goff. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Van Jefferson there to make the grab. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Makes the score.
Forbath able to convert the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll throw from the gun. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Brady now on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady is going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first.
The 49-yard line.
1st down now, but that clock rolling. Brady to throw. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A 7-yard pickup.
They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 28. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Brady. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Brady. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down.
Third down.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
59 mark, check, 59.
To throw is Brady. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey.
Brady's pass intercepted by the Rams. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
45,
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
Tonight.
So the LA Rams with a victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we bid you good night from Tampa.